is one of us, because when it talks about how unique people are, now we've got Micheal Wooding.
Micheal Wooding. Yes, yes. Why don't we put him up?
That's what
Let's
I'm
see.
wondering.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
He can
there
hear
he
us.
is. Hi, Micheal Wooding.
How are you doing, guys?
Well, look at us. We got it all figured out. Aren't you looking pretty?
Technology is not my strong
suit. Yeah, we figured that out. Yes, we were kind of poking at you while you weren't with us. So my apologies. You'll see it on a replay, I'm sure, somewhere. Okay. But let's not talk about that. Let's move right ahead and let's talk about the value of cars. And the used car market is not doing well. And is that affecting what you do in the auto appraisal network?
Absolutely.
It is.
I'm pretty much at a dead standstill. I did about 5 appraisals last month, and I think I've got 1 online for this month so far, and it's just dead. Collector car values have started to bottom out. I mean, it's just it's a bad situation right now.
Well, yeah, and there are no car shows. There's no real interaction one-on-one with all of our car friends out there that we all meet, greet, whether it's a road rally or it is a cruise in or a car show or an auction, no matter what it is. I mean, it's just not there, and it doesn't look like it's going to come back anytime soon.
Yeah, we're very disconnected from the people and the cars and the events that we love so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted
We've done a couple of things. A couple of guys that I know have done little car cruises where we get 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 cars together and cruise through a neighborhood to celebrate a kid's birthday or some special event to give them something to stand outside and smile at.
Yeah, there's one of those going on Tuesday. Over off of 99, not Garth Road. Over in the Katy area.
Garth is not in the Katy area.
It's I'll think of the name of the road, cross street. But yeah, so they're setting one up for a young man his mom got on and asked for a birthday drive-by.
Those are always fun to do. So, we're kind of looking toward getting some sort of a video from you about that cool Pontiac wagon that you have.
Well, I sent Mr. Mars a couple of them.
Yeah. Do we have those, Mr. Mars?
We
don't have them.
Apparently not.
We don't have them. But, Mr. Mars, we're unable to put those on at the moment. But I'll tell you what we are going to do for you. Is that we're going to take that video and one way or another, come hell or high water, as they say, we are going to get that video on the In Wheel Time channel.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
And Conrad's going to write some sort of intro with correct spelling, and he is,
I am spelling challenged,
and he is going to put that video that you so kindly made for us that was supposed to run today. He's going to put that up on the In Wheel Time Facebook and YouTube channel.
Hey, Woody, tell me something, because a lot of what you do as you value vehicles through the Auto Appraisal Network is collecting data from vehicle sales. Well, with all of these auctions and stuff being shut down, how do you go grab the valuation data? Because old data is not accurate data. Would that be a correct statement?
Pretty much so. There still are some auctions going on. They're just not having the group gatherings. They're more video auctions and that type of thing.
Online stuff.
And then we also use data from Auto Trader and several other sources to get some valuations.
But that does have because the amount of data there available to you does have pretty much an effect on your ability to do the appraisals, because you're still getting some older data and the information of an online auction. Do you find online auctions get a better value or a lower value than a in-person auction?
I would have to say it's usually a lower value.
Okay. So yeah, it
definitely a lower value.
Can truly
and
negative.
You're seeing that reflected in the market right now. I mean, the cars are just not. One, they're not selling. New cars are classic cars. Right. Everybody's uncertain about what the future is going to hold. Is their job going to be there? Those types of things, and those are all things that if you've got a little money, now's the time to buy. you can negotiate some pretty good deals on some of these classic cars right now, because anybody that's in a need to sell them,
That's in a cash. Yeah, if they're in a cash crunch and they need some cash, might be a good
what
time.
they can get.
Yeah, it's a buyer's
Where
market.
do you go online to look at classic cars, hot rods, antiques, collectibles?
In what respect? Just to look, or to
Well,
put
those,
some
those,
valuation?
those that are currently for sale. And how do you go about evaluating something like that? Do I call you on the phone and say, hey, look, I found this 1969 Camaro. It's just a driver. It's nothing special. It's not a Z28, nothing like that. But I need to know whether the $30,000 price tag on the thing is worth it or not. How do I go about that?
Well, if you're in my market area, and we're a nationwide company, we're headquartered out of California.
Yeah.
And we have appraisers all across the country. I personally cover from about Conroe and Huntsville all the way down to Brownsville. So I've got a pretty big territory to cover.
Right.
But those cars, I actually have to see them in person to put some kind of a value to them.
And I would want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a lady today send me a 65 Corvette that she said, our family member passed away, had a collection of cars. They were run through auction. This particular car didn't sell at the auction, and so they're offering it to her, to this family member, to buy, and she wants to know, what should I pay for the car?
Ooh,
And
that's kind of a touchy subject, isn't it, since it's in the family?
It's in the family, yeah. So usually when it's a situation like that, I'll give about a modest value to the car.
Okay, I'll lowball them. A '65 Corvette. I'll give you $5,000 for it, sight unseen.
I'll give you $5,500 for it.
Do I hear six? Do I hear six?
Right here. I'll give you 6.
Well, the pictures were pretty clean, and it's a running, driving car, and it's a side pipe car. It's teak wheel.
Okay, now I'll go to
3.7,
62 then.
So I told her if it's in the family, 40 to 45 is the market for that car right now.
So on the retail market, it would probably be somewhere around what, 60?
6 months ago, before the coronavirus, yeah, that car would have brought $55,000-$60,000.
A question, maybe you can or can't answer that. Today, considering what's happening in the market, should you revalue your car for your insurance valuation, or is that really going to hurt you?
No, I wouldn't suggest that at all. I mean, I'd love to get that business, but no, because the value is going to come in so much lower. And then if you value it at that, if you've already got insurance on a car for $50,000 and now the car's worth $35,000,
leave it at 50 and
let
let it
hold that value of 50 in case something happens to the car.
Just in case.
leave it at 50 and let it burn.
Leave it at 50 and let it ride.
By the way, I have to ask you, how is the Pontiac?
The Pontiac is running fine. I noticed just the other day when I pulled it out to do the videos that I had a small little leak of oil. So I've got to take it to my buddy's shop, put it up on the rack. I'm assuming at this point that it's probably just the pan's a little loose, bolts need to be snugged up, that type of thing. Because I have done some pretty long road trips in it here recently.
I know. Well, we did earlier this year when it was about 30 degrees outside, and a little road trip that we took up to Bryan College Station.
Yeah, I will dress better for that next year.
You and me both, buddy. I'll tell you that. Michael, it's great to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us. I promise we're going to get those videos that you shot up, and we're going to get those online so everybody could see. What year is the Pontiac?
It's a 1956 Pontiac 860 two-door handyman wagon.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like no handyman
No,
wagon.
it don't.
It's bad to the bone is what that thing is, I'll tell you that.
It's a good cruiser. Everybody always tells me, put some surfboards on top of it. But, I've got such a good paint job on it, I'm just real hesitant to bolt any or attach any racks to the top of it.
No.
Well, yeah, you know what?
Stuff them in the tailgate or something if you got to have one.
That's right, yeah.
There you go.
That's
Well,
it.
and I think there's a lot of people out there don't realize that Pontiac made a two-door wagon in that Tri-5 era as well. So,
No, I get a lot of people. That's why I've got a poster made up that's an original brochure from Pontiac showing the Pontiac wagon models for that year. So I bring that with me to car shows and set it in front of the car because I do get that argument that, Pontiac never made a two-door wagon.
Hey, I got it. So I've got an offer. Next time, bring the Pontiac two-door wagon up here, and we'll put it on the air. We need to see you in person over here, sir.
Can do.
Micheal Wooding, great to talk to you. Thanks so much. We appreciate
Talking to you guys again.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, thank you very much. Let's start the next hour, shall we? From Studio A, it's hour number 2 of Houston's #1 weekly award-winning car talk show. In Wheel Time, we are all things automotive. Just ahead.